God bless you guys. God bless you. Hope you're doing well. Listen, have you ever been in a place in your life where you have been waiting for the promises of God and you've waited too long or so long to the point of comical apathy at the prospect of the Lord actually coming through on that thing? In other words, you say, man, I've been praying for this so long, I guess it ain't gonna happen. And it's kind of this cynical way of masking your resentment toward God for not following through on his promises. I've been there. I think we've all been there. And the character in the Bible was there too. And I want to encourage you today along the lines of don't count God out. Again, we talked about delay yesterday, but don't count God out in the sense of him not being able to fulfill a promise that he said to us, man. So we're going to be in Genesis chapter 18 today, verses 13 and 14. Forgive my glasses are dirty, man. Forgive me. So backdrop, you guys know, hopefully you know, Abraham and Sarah, or Abraham and Sarai at that time, were being told by the Lord that they were going to have a child. Sarah's like 99, Abraham's like 100. They're like, they've probably been praying for this child for a while, and the Lord had not been, or the Lord had not allowed them to get pregnant at the time. So in this verse right now, we kind of see the story unfolding. The Lord approaches Sarah, lets her know, like Sarai lets her know, hey, you're going to have a child. And look what happens. Put my glass. I feel like an old person is now. Let me put my eyes on. So here it says, the Lord said to Abraham, why did Sarah laugh and say, shall I indeed bear a child now that I am old? Is anything too hard for the Lord? At the appointed time, I will return to you about this time next year, and Sarah shall have a son. If you unpack this story, oh my gosh, when I was reading this story, I did a full study, in-depth study, and saw just how beautiful the Lord deals with us in our emotions, in our wrestling with his promises. But here, look at this. When the Lord told Sarah, hey, listen, you're going to have this child, she laughed. She's like, pfft. And this laugh here, when you break it down into Greek, it's a laugh of scorn. It's a laugh of denial. It's a laugh of ridicule, like, you're right, like, look at this guy. She laughed in a sense to, in other words, water down God's promises, or to reject them as not being true. And look what the Lord said when he approached Abraham about Sarah laughing, or Sarah, sorry. Is anything too hard for the Lord? Is anything too hard for the Lord? Do you think that your situation, because there's a delay in it coming to pass, that it's difficult for God? As if he's trying his best to make ends meet so that he can finally give you this thing. It ain't hard for God. It is nothing for God. It is light work. He spoke all of this into existence. You think our circumstances are difficult for him? LOL. There is no circumstance that is difficult for the Lord. There is no task that is challenging for the Lord. He speaks and forms universes. There's a theory that the universe is ever expanding because when God said, let there be light, that instruction echoed throughout eternity. That's why the universe is expanding as rapidly as it is, because when God speaks, bro, life comes to pass. So if God can speak and form stars that are billions and trillions the size of the earth, do you not think that your situation is nothing to him? And by nothing, I don't mean of significance, but I mean nothing in terms of difficulty. Bro, he can do it. So be encouraged in that. The delay, your wait, is not because God can't. It's because God is choosing not to. And if God is choosing not to, then there's a purpose and an ethos behind that. And because God is good, and because he loves us, and because he cares for us, then that choice to withhold that thing that we want, oh, it's a loving reason. It's a loving reason. So again, we have to reframe it. Nothing is, listen, what's on my list lately? Listen, nothing is too difficult for God. Absolutely nothing. And I want to encourage you in that. You can ask God for big things. And I don't mean prosperity gospel. Like, come on. Like, we're beyond that now, right? On this channel. We can ask God for major things that impacts the kingdom, that impacts open doors for ministry, that even deals with the personal things that we want. Maybe you're waiting for a family. Maybe you're someone who's been asking God, to have a child. And the answer has been no or not yet. Like, God can open your womb, woman of God. For the man who has been, praying for this opportunity to minister and to, be a husband or whatever the case may be, like fill in the blank of what you're asking God for. He can do it. He can do it. This is not difficult for him. But if you're waiting for it, if God has allowed for a delay to happen, it's for a reason. And we have to trust that whatever reason it is, it's a good one. Even if we don't feel that or understand that, it is for our good, man. So that's my encouragement to you guys, just to kind of be at a place where you are trusting that God can do it all, that nothing is too difficult for him. That your situation, your circumstance, your prayer request that may seem lofty in your eyes, it is a light work to God. And he can do it. And if he's not doing it right now, then my encouragement to you is just to wait. Just to wait. But do not, in your waiting, allow your flesh to tempt you to question the almighty power of God. He can do it. He can do it. All right. Leave out with that today. Hopefully that encouraged you all. I love you guys. Y'all take care, man. Remember, in every single thing that you do it for the glory of God. Love y'all, man. Peace.